turn. Read Hyo Jin. Young Mei. Hello. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Another day of grind, Just another day. Today's topic is quality of life. Can you give me some idea as to what you think quality of life is to you? Anybody? You have no quality in life? Oh, that's terrible. Okay. I was watching TV the other day, and I was watching this documentary, and it was the documentary about conservation, and I guess they summoned some economists and geologists to just try to, estimate what will cost for the clean water and clean air that we take it for granted that nature gives us for free. And there's some summation was basically what humanity have to cough up annually about $30 trillion. Something that we take it for granted. Because when we spoil something, we try to, so based on that kind of logic. Okay? So obviously something is trying to provide us with quality of life, even with fundamental stuff, just sustenance. Vital stuff that keeps your body working. So from there, what are you chasing? What is the quality of life? Let's say you're locked up in a prison, a 6x8 cell. It's much better for you to try to somehow get into a work program that you volunteer. They'll pay you about, let's say you wash dishes, thousands of dishes every day. They'll pay you about $2 a day because they can't, based on legality, if you don't pay, if they don't pay you, it's slave labor. So you get paid about $2 a day doing that kind of stuff. Washing, you're washing toilets, scrubbing, mopping the floor, or washing dishes. That's the kind of basic stuff. And most you can get is about $10 a day. Being a nurse's aide or something, doing some clerical work for the bureaucrats. But at least that's better than being locked up 23 hours a day in a 6x8 cell, because you have a purpose. When you have a purpose, the quality of life changes. And where you find purpose, it's up to you. You can complain. I mean, people complain when they're locked up. I'm innocent. Everybody's innocent, right? I shouldn't be here. The thing is, if you choose to do that, your life can change. The quality of life can change. Because you know you're going to be stuck in there for X amount of time. Because you know what you did wrong and you're sentenced. And the funny thing about jail is that if you're not sentenced, you don't even get paid. Like, for instance, like if you're in jail for contempt of court, you don't get paid. But it's better to do something than not. That determines when you're in that kind of situation, miserable situation, even in the worst hellhole, that's hell on earth, living in places like that. If you have something, if you have some meaning, purpose, it can change the quality of life. Because you're going to do it whether you like it or not. You have no choice. The next thing I believe that is important is, I took my kids down to Boston, for a week. Because, when I was young, I used to, all the only entertainment that I had was just reading books. Because in Korea, they shut off stuff, and TV comes on at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it goes off at 12 o'clock at night. Because, it's just right up to the world's poor, you can't afford to, broadcast stuff and spend so much energy and therefore money to have, 24-hour programming. So, and what you got is just, one cartoon every week. You look forward to that, and well, what are you going to do in other times? So you read books. That's why I hate reading books. Because I read too many books when I was little. I read the same book over and over and over again. And, in those fantasy books, and stuff, and all sorts of little story books, it depicts about something beautiful, right? And that kind of sticks to you, something beautiful. Because we all want something beautiful, something one. And, when they depict places like, beautiful beach, let's say I'm reading a pirate book or something. Of course, you don't have a kind of white, sandy beach as you find in Caribbeans in Korea. But just going there. There's some beaches, very coarse sand. When my father took, a bunch of leaders, to go there to, a place like Gangneung, it's the east coast of Korea. And he took, me with him. And that memory, I still have it. And it's still wonderful to me. So because of that, doesn't matter what happened, what the current situation might be. That's the quality of life for me, when it comes to, based on the memory of Father and me. That's it. And the more you have it, the more the better, right? Clock ticks forward, don't tick backwards. It's done. It's history. It's a memory. whatever you do. And moving on. Finally, to me, greatest thing that can define quality of life for me, how much love do I got? How much love can I give? How much love can I get? That is the ultimate thing that will determine the quality of life for me. So you ask yourself, how much can you give? Are you being loved by others? How much? God will judge you in the end, sure. So, just don't waste time judging each other about that kind of silly stuff. But focus on what you can do. The funny thing is, when you're first growing up, when you're little kids, you're just physically, testing yourself and stuff. Speed matters first, right? They want to be little speedy Gonzales. Always racing each other, literally speed-wise, Doesn't get into that little more, I'm smarter than you stuff. Try to determine intellectual quality, and try to measure each other and compete with each other. And I guess when boys get a little bigger, they literally start to get, quantity. I have bigger quantity than you. That's funny. And even girls too, I have bigger quantity than you. But all that is, so during the maturation process to a point of quote-unquote adulthood, it's like that. But when it gets into the point when you have to choose, a profession, something that will give you a sustenance in life, make an earn, make money so you can live. It goes opposite. You have to know how to deal with the volume. And then you better have the highest quality possible, and you better do it in the fastest time possible. That's how you move up the ladder, whether you work in a corporation, whatever, in any competitive situation. That has to do with sustenance. It's all about sustenance, isn't it? It's about making a living. When money is circulating, that's all it is. And when you retire, all that stuff don't matter except for one. Quality. Quality of life. And what the hell is that? What have you learned? Because what you take when you're dead is what you leave behind in goodness and what you learned. That's all you take. Doing good. Everything else is meaningless. And once you get older and older, you will start to feel that more every single day. Because it's thick and forth, and you're going to croak anytime soon. So what is life? So make sure you know what you're dying for. Make sure you have a quality of life that you can be proud of. Facing death. Because you will die. And that's the lesson of this world. Learning the quality of life. And you make the answer. You make the answer, not somebody else. Because everybody will be responsible for their answers. Because your answer is who you are. And you will die. Choice? Yeah, you have choice to make a good answer. For yourself, not for anybody else. Start with yourself. Don't worry about other people. Other people have the same worry like you. And you want to help other people? Okay, I commend you for it. That's noble, but that's very difficult. At least be sure what you're dying for first, before you try to help somebody else. Be sure. Absolutely sure. Otherwise, it's just a game. You're just playing. And if you think life is just a game, well, okay, that's your opinion. But I think it's a little more serious than that, because you will die. And you have one life to live. When you're young, you think you can play around. Okay, so be it. But in the end, you got one life. And that's all you got. You want to play with it? Go play with it. It's up to you. It's a pain in the ass process, learning what is right. I mean, when there's so much crap that is out there that is just luring you, dragging you, pulling you from here to there to whatever, all over the place. I'm sure you face that stuff every freaking day and you feel that pressure. But it's not a game, okay? You make that call and you make that answer and you're going to stand by it because no one else will. That's it. How many people will you think will be willing to do the time for you that you deserve? How many people do you know around you who will do that for you? Even if you have people like that, still in the end, you'll stand alone in the final judgment. Quality of life. What is it to you? Think about it. Okay, I'll see you next.
Thank you, Hyo Jin.